Mason, turn that down. I'm actually throwing a little surprise for someone, and it looks like they're running a little bit behind. So I'm like, let me jump on the channel. Let me see something. I'm getting my own notifications. Oh my gosh. So if I have to abruptly hang up, guys, do not take offense to it, all right? But I realized that last week I didn't get to come back on and do live chat. So I was like, let me hop on there. How's everybody doing? All right, so you guys see the title. The narcissist does not want the package deal. They're not looking for it. And what do I mean by that? Let's say you're a single mom and you come with children. You know, they're not really looking to be a daddy. You know, that's the package right there. You and your children would be the package. You and your feelings, you and your emotions, you and your problems. You know, they're not trying to take the whole package. They just want what they want, you know, the supply. They just want that part of you, and everything else they don't want to be bothered, and that's why they're not there for you guys. You know, of course, they don't care as well, but they're not looking for that package deal, you guys. They're really not looking for that. Darrell Houston says, I miss my ex-narc. She is always on my mind. Well, I don't know how long it's been, Darrell, but that might play a part in you missing her. You know, if it's a recent breakup, and then if it's a traumatic experience, you know, whether you miss them or not, you're going to think about these things because it was a trauma, you know. And if you have a long history with someone, but for you to say you missed the ex-narc, you know, I have to kind of break down your specific verbiage. What exactly are you missing from a narcissist? You know, that's going to be my question right there. You can miss having companionship or miss being in a relationship without missing that narcissist because, you know, what were they really giving you? So, you know, having the right perceptions about what you actually are missing right now is going to be important for you. And for everyone coming into the live chat, make sure you guys are hitting the like buttons. This helps build momentum on YouTube, and it helps push the content out into YouTube world. So, like I said at the end of all my video, great ways to support the channel is to always hit the like button when you come into the live chat. Hi, Detella. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Miss Melanie. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Della V. Hey, Ramona. There you go. Detella55 said it. Yes, very selfish people, and that was the next point that I was going to make. You know, it's all in alignment with that selfish energy that they have. So, you know, they're really not looking for the package deal, guys. But here you are willing to take the package deal with them. You know, their flaws and all, working with them, trying to help clean it up, all of that stuff. And, you know, we go back to the whole idea of reciprocation here. Yes. So Darrell, he's acknowledging right now that he actually doesn't miss the narcissist, but he just misses companionship, you know. And then after a relationship with the narcissist, you might feel further starved of that because you didn't even get it in that relationship. They were giving you an illusion. So I have to pre-read comments nowadays. Digital narc influence is powerful. Missing them for someone who isn't real is what you mean? Is okay. I don't miss anything. I'm grateful than ever for what I went through, but I'm allergic to not only narcs but toxic people. Yes, okay. We all need to be allergic to them. But yeah, you guys, they're not looking for a package deal. They're just out to get what they want to get, you know. Because what inspired me to just make that statement was I read some post of someone that was saying, you know, how the narcissist literally admitted to them that they had a child and that child was in the way. She had a son, and the narcissist told her to let the son go live with the father, and the son's 5 years old, by the way. And to don't take child support and let the son go to the father. You know, like kind of like cut ties and manipulate things to be set up the way that they want it. But this is child. Okay. And she was actually asking for advice on that.
Oh, kitty.
Yeah, don't let the kitten out, Isaiah. Be careful opening the door too wide. And, you know, there's no question. You know, if people can't take everything that comes with you, they aren't the right ones for you. You know, that's nothing to even be questioning. Someone that you're dating wants to come in and they wish you didn't have a child and you have a child, and okay, we'll keep it moving. You know, there are plenty of people without children. Well, T. Johnson says it's hard to get other people to understand how hard it is to get over them. You know why? Because you're in your toxic mind, and the other person listening on the other end is like, well, if you say that the narcissist did all these horrible things to you, why should it be hard for you to get over? You know, of course, we know there's some psychological toxicity inside of you that has to be cleansed and purged out of you so that you won't be in that state any further. But, you know, to someone that's not trauma bonded and perhaps not in the habit of being in those kind of relationships, and who don't understand, you know, the psychological dynamics, it's how it's going to appear to them. But it's not for you to try to convince other people. It's for you to work on yourself so that you can have the healthy perceptions and you can let go and release, and you can reprogram the way that, you know, the story that you're telling yourself about that relationship and what it meant to you and what they were offering you and all of that stuff. Yes, they do, Michelle. They run from denial, you know, and we think that they're only lying to us, but they lie to themselves first and foremost and the most. Okay, so much so, like, you can lie so much that you actually, you know, you ever hear someone say, oh, they believe their own lies, and that can very well be the case. Yeah, you can have some psychological damage, detail of 55, but just know that it doesn't have to be permanent, and you can work your way out of that, you know. I don't want you guys to victimize yourselves into thinking that you can't get out of that, all right? You know, I definitely want you guys to be empowered, but yeah, they are not looking for a package deal, okay? Ask someone who's ever been with a narcissist and fell ill or sick, and find out who ended up being by their bedside, if anybody at all. You know, like when you are in a place of need or rely on them, they're out. But, you know, that has to show you something. That has to show you something. And rather being devastated and heartbroken that they didn't stand by your side, just see what it is and cut that person off, you know? Be happy that that's exposed to you and keep it moving. You know, don't try to ask them questions of why can't they, you know, reciprocate. Like, we have to get into a place like, I don't really need to know why. I just need to know that it is. And then I can make an intelligent decision about where you should be in my life at that point, you know? You know, all of this trying to understand why somebody isn't respecting me. Why did you disrespect me? Why are you cheating on all this stuff? Look, you did it. You made a choice, all right? Oh, happy Sunday to you too. Yeah, so make sure everyone's hitting the like button that's entering into the chat. What else? I'm trying to think the next topic. What was the next video that I was going to make for you guys? I could just do it here. Hey, Shauna. Yeah. I'm going to be going over to the support group shortly. go post a daily thread there for the private support group that I run, and those links are under the videos that I have for anyone interested for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Shauna D says, mine just left when mine's just left. I'm not feeling well this morning. Yeah, I mean, right after a discard, you might feel, you might feel down and out, but it's really how you're taking it. You guys, if someone chooses to walk away, as much as you wanted it to work out, they made it easy for you. They were willing to walk away from the relationship, throw in a towel. You have to see this as getting rid of dead weight, And once you increase your emotional maturity, you'll get to a place in life where it doesn't matter who walks out of your life, they'll never be able to devastate you, I was able to work my emotional maturity to that place. And then when people do it, it's like, thanks for showing me. You can't see, we get upset when we attach to it, and that's why I made that video, The Art of Detachment. We need to be able to attach and detach from people, places, and things as needed. You might have started out thinking, you know what, this is a good look, I'm going to attach to this, I want to go through with this situation. But as you get into it and you find out, oh, it's not a good look, I need to take some steps back, oh, I need to cut this off completely, then I can do that and protect myself and do it out of self-love. And I don't need to take it personally with a low-grade person that never valued me, would believe and think at that point, I don't need to attach to that. Like, can you imagine, like, some of the most notable celebrities, worldly recognizable faces and people, all of the hundreds and thousands of people who have talked about them, blogged, said lies about them, but we have to know how to detach from other people's opinions and thoughts and how they're treating you. Gotta learn how to do that. Ramona says, I need to get stronger at enforcing boundaries after I set them. Well, if you really mean them, you won't have that problem. But I will say this, when you're not used to setting them, it is a muscle that has to be worked, because you might have the intentions, but you have a pattern of doing things another way. You have a pattern of being submissive. You have a pattern of biting your tongue, swallowing stuff, not speaking up, letting stuff slide. So because you have more of a pattern of doing that than the latter, you might find that you have a weaker muscle for that initially. But I always say in those situations to give yourself time. If someone asks you a question, if someone asks you for a favor, always allow for time. Let me get back to you. That way it's not a knee-jerk yes and you're overextending yourself yet again. Always allow yourself to think first. While you're learning how to put yourself first, while you're learning how to be in your logic and not your emotions, when you're setting these boundaries, you're learning how to, because some people struggle, some people are good with doing this with strangers, and then they struggle with their loved ones or the people that they're closest to. So not being so attached to titles, because we do teach people how to treat us. So it's a muscle, and it can be a weak muscle at first. Yes, they do physically drain you. Yeah, you're welcome, Ramona. Yeah. And I do have videos on that. So there's so many videos here, like when you need to find something, because I think we're up to like almost like 650 here. So if you put what you're looking for in the scope of narcissistic abuse, or that toxic relationship, or your shadow work with yourself, and then put reflection and progression in the YouTube search bar, it'll help narrow it down for you. It'll bring up those clue words. Detella55 says 22 months no contact, still stalking and breaking into my home and car and stealing. And what are you doing about that? You know, certain things, you may just have to have a consequence to, or at least be creating some type of paper trail. I would have probably had a camera outside my home. I don't know if you own your home. That makes it hard sometimes. Just pick up and go. Some people, depending on the situation, if it was just a bachelor's pad or something, you can go on and move somewhere else and they won't even know where you live anymore. That's right. So Mark says how Mark Frank is saying how they realized that relationship with the narcissist, like I say all the time, was a catalyst for them, and it brought them closer to themselves. Because when I feel like when you're closer to God, you're closer to yourself. Hey, Simready. And they never want to look back. They never want to go back to that. And that's exactly what that relationship was supposed to do for you. So you won. That you were successful there. All right, guys. I just wanted to come on and say that, just to point out how, they're not looking for a package deal. Your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your ups and downs in life, whatever they need to reciprocate to you to balance the relationship to where they're not just being complete takers and not giving you anything of substance, but, a headache and abuse and trauma. The Teller 55 says, can't do anything. Paper trail took to court twice, and he moves like lightning faster than the IP camera, and he comes in and delete images from the camera? What? Why don't you have a restraining order? You need to get a restraining order. Hey, Tracy, you need to change the locks on your doors if you haven't. I mean, how is this person having so much access? Shoot, you need to get a German Shepherd or something to bite his ass when he try to come back in. Like, you need to get, I don't know what kind of setup you got going on where it's just such easy access for this person. But you got to step that up. Love is money says when you have kids with them, it's heartbreaking. It doesn't have to be heartbreaking, sweetie. I mean, yeah, you're going to go through the grieving process of, I wanted my children to have a father that wasn't a narcissist, But now now that we've acknowledged what he is, what can we do next? We can recognize that many people have masculine energy or representation in their life, and it doesn't have to come through the biological father. We could be thankful that we have those options, and we can change the expectations of this that we were going to have now on this low vibrational ignorant person that we know just wants to be in the way and cause issues. So once we switch our expectations and take advantage of positive opportunities, and have that shield where that person is not allowed to, we're gray rocking, or I really only talk to this person through the courts, making it a situation where you're not engulfing yourself in that energy. And they're not allowed access to certain parts of you. What state are you in to tell over there giving you an uphill battle just to get a restraining order? Does he have family in the criminal system or something? I don't know. I would try go to another county or something. Like, there's got to be a way to get something to, keep him away from your property. It's hard with kids, are young and they don't have the emotional maturity, love is money, to perhaps, fully wrap their minds around, what they're dealing with. That's where your emotional maturity comes in, and that's where you have to let your child know that it really doesn't have anything to do with them. Hey, Maria. Yeah. She says, I'm in Georgia. Oh, Lord. Well, I know right off the bat is a red state. So, I don't know. I don't hear a lot of good things about Georgia in certain areas. Nathan, I'm doing a live chat. I think, nope, you're not getting camera time. My son is a mess. Move out of, no, don't come near me. Don't come near me right now. Okay, love is money. I'm sure that will be very helpful. Nobody regrets getting coaching, that's for sure. Okay. Well, maybe step your game up with your home system. Like, don't let it be like this obvious thing that he can identify. There's so much with technology now. Something has to change in the way that your setup is, because he knows everything. If you want to get a narcissist, become unpredictable. Okay. And talk to a lawyer. Get you a lawyer to tell her. I mean, it may take you going, Nathan, not right now. It may take you taking things up a notch or two. Because I would be tired of the foolishness by now. I would have been tired of it, okay? Someone's just giving you why Valentine is recommending a home system for you. Yeah, you gotta step it up. Aw. Yeah, I went through a lot. I'm gonna make next, guys. I want to talk about the financial abuse. I do want to address that. What time is it? Do I have time to? I don't want to mix it up too much on here. I want to make that a whole separate video, and I want to be very, I want to make sure, yeah, people have become homeless. The credits have gone down. A lot has happened over this, so I do understand that aspect of it, but it definitely is going to speak to the boundaries there. It's going to speak to the boundaries. But I'm going to make a video about that. It's going to be put up this week, so definitely look out for that. I don't want to just like casually say random things about it. I mean, it's all going to make sense, but I want to be very orderly with that because it's really important. And I don't think I've dedicated a video just to that, like very specifically. So I definitely want to talk about that because I know firsthand what can happen in that situation. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go off of the live chat now. What was I going to say? So I do have the 2 support groups, and those links are under the videos. One is private and one is public. You can be in both, or whichever you feel comfortable with. I do the one-on-one coaching, of course. You go to my website, lakiacrawford.com. You can schedule an appointment for yourself. I do voice calls. I do Skypes and FaceTime, WhatsApp, email coaching. There's all types of packages. I do work with all types of budgets. You go onto the website, it's a private pay. If you go through Patreon, that's a monthly membership through me, especially for those of you who who have experienced the financial abuse, you can get access for a fraction, and that's for your loyalty of becoming like a monthly member and supporting the work that I do here on the channel. So you can consider that if you wanted to do coaching and you went on a website, you're like, oh, but the narcissist kind of squeezed it out of you. You know, that's another option for you. But be willing to invest in yourself like you were for them. Okay? Be willing to do that. Other than that, I still have the power. And yeah, if you join Patreon, you're going to get access to the Power series that I'm not going to be able to put here on YouTube. There's too many issues with that. So I'll put information about that under the description. But I've been talking about it lately. That's a really fun series that I'm doing. Patreon gives you access to videos that will never make it here on YouTube. So, you know, something to look into. And along with the perks that, extra perks that you'll get for being a member. For, I think the lowest tier is $24.99, or basically $25 a month. And that gives you 3 coaching sessions a year, gives you access to all the videos that won't be here on YouTube. And then there's some tiers over top of that that give you even more access. So, you know, and the highest tier I think is $150 a month, and that lets you text message me for the month. Like, that's like a really good support, especially for people that have just low and no contact and they're trying to stay strong. So there's a lot that I have, and that's a fraction of the price than it is on a website for those of you who've been financially abused. So yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. That's a really, you could get a lot of bang for your buck for that, because one video chat with me for 1 hour is $150. So 1 hour voice call is $125, and I do have half an hour sessions, but they go by so fast. I don't recommend it to people in the first, unless they have something like really simple or light, and that's never the case. It goes by so fast, you guys. So, but I do have the half an hour sessions, and the voice is $60 and the FaceTime is $75. So you have those options as well. If you feel like, okay, I'll try to squeeze the half an hour session, write down your questions before the session so that you can get, you know, more bang out of your buck for that. All right. That's Nathan, my 9-year-old son in the background, by the way, making all the noise if you guys hear it. So I have a little surprise something that I'm going to be having for someone. So I'm waiting for them to come home. Aw, thank you, Detella. I definitely have lived it, okay? I was in that cycle where I was dating a lot of narcissists, and I definitely got out of that. But it wasn't until I had my catalyst relationship, and I went through my awakening, and I went through my purge, and I felt the burn, and everything that you guys have experienced, been there and done that, so I already know. That's how I can make these videos, guys. All right. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for all the support in the channel. You know, just there's a lot of resources for you. Like on the channel, there's you know, on the website, there's the books that I've written. There's just so many things you guys can look into to further have access to tools that can, you know, help you at this time. All right. Other than that, I'll be seeing the rest of you over in the support group. I'm going to go over there pretty soon. If you're waiting for a summary from me, I know there's a couple of people. I'll be getting on top of those tomorrow. I might even do it tonight, depending on how things have gone for me. But I've been up since 5 a.m., so we'll have to see about that. All right, if you're here in a live chat, make sure that you're hitting that like button. I'll definitely get, you know, some good sleep tonight, and I'll be up early tomorrow. Few videos to push out. I won't be, as you can see, you guys, I'm picking and choosing which videos I actually monetize on the channel, because I really, you know, want to build a connection with you guys, and I don't want all those interruptions of the ads. So you'll probably start seeing more videos of me not monetizing, so you guys can just get the content. You know, that financial abuse video, you know, that's not going to be monetized. It's going to be a straight roll where you guys can just listen to it, okay? So I'll be working on that. It's okay. YouTube is going to record this video and you'll be able to play it back. You probably could do it now the way I see it going. All right, you guys. I love you guys and all the support. The channel is really starting to pick up steam again, and that's wonderful. So, you know, thank God for that. We definitely need to push content out there. There's a lot of BS channels with really not helping anyone, doing a bunch of foolishness. So, you know, solid channels that are actually good for the soul. We need to be pushing it, you know? Yes, what doesn't kill you can make you grow. It can if you allow it to. You got to allow it to. All right. Come on and say hi, Nathan. Come on. You want to anyway. I'm just going to let this kid say hi.
Hi.
This is my 9-year-old Nathan. I had this reflection and progression YouTube channel, username set up years ago. And sometime he logs on. He'd be like, Mom, can I have pizza? And we're like on a live chat. He's logged on to my account on another device. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to end this live chat. It's always great checking in with you. I got some oxtails on the stove. I'm going to go in there and stir those up. I'm making some homemade red beans and rice. And oh yeah, I have another channel. I have a second channel, you guys, and I'm going to be vlogging. I've been vlogging that channel throughout the day for the family-oriented survivors. It's just Lakia Crawford. If you look that up, you're going to see a second channel by me, and you guys are welcome to join me over there. You know, it's like family-oriented stuff. It's different from what I do on here for the most part, but I might actually get into doing parenting videos in between the vlogging. All right. So, you know, for those of you who want to go over there and see what I'm like in my personal life, you know, we're out doing stuff and having fun. And then, like I said, eventually I can see the channel with me sprinkling like parenting videos, kind of like how I do educational videos here on this channel, but, you know, about parenting specifically. You know, not necessarily just always a narcissistic child, but just parenting generally speaking. I'm not, but I gotta be on some level. Like my energy kind of is, you know. But I tell you one thing, the older I get, I have an appreciation for the South, that's for sure. Like I think when I was a lot younger, I was more not countryfied, but cityfied. Like I always needed to be near the city. Yes, I love Jamaican food. And you know, oxtails take a while to cook. Mine's cooked for like 5 hours. Like I slow cook them. Sometimes I bake them in the oven and sometimes on the stovetop. And I'm starting to feel like this live chat is for the other channel now. But yeah. I love, you know, green pastures and fresh air. So I'm definitely like, I appreciate the country a lot more than I used to when I was younger. You have to slow cook them, Tiffany, because that meat is tough. You know, it really needs time to break down. And yep, pressure cooker. And I got tired of going to oxtail restaurants and they were being inconsistent. And something you guys don't know about me is I used to run a catering business full time, and oxtails is one of my specialties, okay? I was test driving some of my recipes because I'm actually a really excellent cook. It's one of my gifts as well. And the catering business was doing well, but it was so much work. Oh my God. It was really a test drive for having a restaurant. And I was like, I do want to still open a restaurant, but I want to oversee that baby, because cooking for like 100 or something people, that is a lot of work. And I was exhausted. I enjoyed doing it, but it was exhausting. But it's definitely one of my passions, and one day I'm gonna like get back into it, but not like, I don't want to be on the ground level with it. Like I just want to oversee it. I would even probably hire a general manager and like really oversee it, you know, like that, because it's very laborious when you're the one doing it. Yeah. A lot of work, but it can be rewarding, and especially in Georgia, because I spent like 10 months down there, and all I seen was a bunch of fast food. I was like, gosh, they need a restaurant like mine. And my sister lives down there, or she owns a home down there, and she was like, I'll be your partner. Like, they was ready to jump in with me and make this a reality. So it's still definitely not out of the question, but when I was down there, I was like, I'm in the South. I thought I was going to find, and I was in the greater Atlanta area. I thought I was going to be able to find, all I seen was a bunch of Bojangles. And no offense to like my diehard Georgia people that just love it and everything. I loved, as far as the difference from up north, the newer houses. Up north is a lot of older houses. You get all the bathrooms and spaces down south, you know. But that was the part that I was like, where is all the good food? The malls was off the hook, but the food, I was like, it's fast food. I was very surprised by that. Linda said she was a cook in a restaurant and would feed over 400 people. Oh my. Oh, God bless you. Yeah. See, I'm not the only one. And you know what? See, I know the real from the fake. When you know your way around the kitchen, you can almost look at the food and tell if it's official or not. And my adulthood, I spent most of it in the Philadelphia, PA area. So when I went down there, I just wanted a water ice. And I know like it's like a Philly thing, but I'm like, it's hotter in Georgia than it is up here. Y'all the ones that need the water ices more than us. And people like water ice, like they didn't even know what it was. Like, ugh. And then the chicken wings was different too. Like I was used to a whole chicken wing, and down there it's like wingettes. I was like, okay. So I went to the Chinese store and I ordered chicken wings, and it was wingettes. I was like, okay. So Tiffany says, Fala Brasilia Rio. Did I hear that in Georgia? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but the way I just had to work on pronouncing that, I might not have. I might not have. Cookie. Tiffany says you should visit Houston. There's some good restaurants here too. Okay. All right. See, I'm near Philly, and anyone that's from that area know that is up and down. Great restaurants, original restaurants, and then the surrounding counties and boroughs. Like it's just good food is around every corner. It's not hard to find. Oh, okay. Well, the Golden Crust, and God rest his soul, the owner, I heard about him passing away years ago. Yeah, the Golden Crust is like I don't want to call it a fast food Jamaican place, but it's a franchised one. It's not like and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, I got tired of the inconsistencies because if they overcook the oxtails or don't cook them long enough. It's one or the other. You could overcook them and they be hard and get burnt, or you don't cook them long enough and the meat has to break it down. And then you got sore gums or something if you're trying to eat it. Like, I don't think so. Yeah, it is a franchise detailer. Yeah, we done digress. Y'all, we done digressed it way, way off a topic here. But you guys should come over to the other channel, and we can have talks like this all the time about the food and stuff. I'm vlogging today, so this will be up. But I've already have I think I have 11 uploads on that channel of different family outings and fun things. So feel free to check those out. Again, you just go to Lakia Crawford, and I advertise that under some of the videos, but it's easy to find Lakia Crawford. All right. All right, you guys, I'm going to hop off of this live chat. It was great talking to you guys. Again, make sure you hit that like button and show support for the channel. the best way to do it because it builds momentum and pushes the content out on YouTube. All right, guys? So what do I say at the end of all of our encounters? Or at least I try to remember to say it. You know, I say it most of the time. Have a good evening. Never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work. And until next time, take care.